Oh. It's catching me through this microphone, right? No? Not this one? Probably sounds awful. Give me 1 second. Merry Christmas. Oh. Hello. So right now I'm trying to figure out where my mic's going. And why doesn't it recognize this other one that I have plugged in? Mic check. Yeah, it's hard doing this by yourself, you know? When you're by yourself. Oh, the joy. Well, let's see what it sounds like. I assume it's coming through. Where is my audio coming from? Hold on a second. I think it's coming from that. We have to deal with it. Yep, so it's coming from the webcam. So we're going to have to deal with it till now, because I don't know what's going on with the mics. They're all hooked up. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everybody. Been a pretty hectic morning. Merry Christmas. This will be the last podcast, but right before Christmas, because next is it Wednesday. So I have green and red cookies and some Christmas presents that I'm not allowed to open. There's set because they want to be. Today's topics, we just saw Star Wars. Star Wars came out yesterday, Friday, December 20th. Just look at this this packaging, and they just put a square right in the center. Like that's not even matching. Oh well. Just saw Star Wars Episode 9. We'll be pretty spoiler free on this podcast. I don't have, at least for the most part, I don't have anybody to converse with. Along with the cookies, by the way, I have eggnog. Alright. I'll put away my headphones. Pretty hectic morning. I have, other than talking about Star Wars, I also want to talk about a project we're working on. If you don't know this, I like working with my hands. I built this table here from Menard sells these. They're perfectly round squares. Perfectly round squares. Nice turn. Perfectly round pieces of wood. They're pre-glued together. I sanded a little bit and gave it a stain, and I attached it to some legs that I also made. I like doing that. So I decided to, for Christmas gifts, make something. I'm trying to see if the video's done. So we're trying to sit here and bide our time, eat some cookies. But, that's why I'm dirty. Hopefully Alyssa doesn't notice the mess I made. Not too shabby. But, back to what I was saying. Back to Star Wars. Episode 9 was fine. Well, not fine. I had some issues with it. Personal issues, but nothing against the movies themselves. Sorry, I'm trying to swallow and my saliva. The eggnog is thick and adds a lot of stuff. The movie's okay. I had some issues with it. I'm not going to talk about just some stuff that lines up with how the story has been going and how the rules of Star Wars have come thus far as powers and knowledge of the Force, so on and so forth, have come together. With the movie going out, hi, my dearie's home. With the movie coming out in Christmas time, a lot of people are going to see it. It wasn't too badly packed. We bought tickets back in October. We had 19 of us go. We bought 20 tickets, so we were minus one. Not a big deal. We said it was a seat for Blake, our dearly passed away friend. But there was a ton of action. There was a ton of action in the movie. It wasn't really too slow. Like The Last Jedi, I believe, didn't have a lightsaber open up until 58 minutes. I think I saw a stat. So an hour in the movie, you didn't see a single lightsaber in The Last Jedi. So it was pretty packed, action packed. Some stuff was just kind of weird, how they lined up and how they came across as that story. We'll have to see. Spoiler territory. Rey is not a Skywalker. She is not the last. Well, This is a huge spoiler, but not a Skywalker. Plain and simple, right? By blood. She takes the name, I guess you could say, towards the end. Not a huge spoiler there, you know, because she was a nobody. Um, there was some weird uh, communication between characters, like intercourses between characters. Like Poe and Finn had like rivalry going on, not rivalry, but like they had an issue with one another for small things in their past, right? And they kept bringing it up, and it didn't make any sense to the main story unless they plan on doing like a spin-off. It's Disney; they're money hungry. Why not? Um, for having seen the last 8 movies within the last month, we watched them all, Alyssa and I. It seemed that well, I can give it this mic. I'm just thinking of it now because it's not weird. Yeah, I don't know. For seeing the last 8 movies in the last month, it seems that it lined up well with, I don't know how you say it. I don't know. They're getting away from, and they needed to, from light and dark throughout the whole thing, right? They don't mention it. It's just kind of like you just kind of have to like figure it out that it's shower. You just have to figure it out that it's not light and dark. It's a little bit of gray, towards the end there. That's my only thing I like about the whole thing. Pretty much is that like it comes to be that everything is okay from what I can understand, and there will no that's not gonna be light and dark anymore. It's just gonna be them. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm awful with this. I had some other people. I wish I had some other people here to talk about it, but yell at them about how the movie didn't line up at all. It lined up okay. But I was just saying with it being Christmas time, I have presents here. I can't open any of them. I did a Christmas present with woodworking. I'll see if the video's done real quick. Give me 1 second. Can you still hear me? Let's see. Podcast. Let's do the studio. Podcast. Excuse me? What? Where'd that video go? I just want everyone to hear. Aha, found it. So, do I have a button for that? Let me just double check. Oh, wait. So, as I was saying, I like to do woodworking. I decided to make a Christmas present, and so I have a short video here of doing some woodworking I did today. Okay, let's get going, shall we? So, we are headed, one second, we are headed to pick up some material for a Christmas present. And you're asking, why do I need material? Is it because I am building it? Let's see here. Just gonna plug in this, then I shall get that along here. What type of material am I picking up? Well, that's a secret until we get there. It is gonna be bouncy. I do apologize. I don't have the most stable mount ever. We shall see. See you in a bit. Here. Where is here, you ask? Home Depot. So, we have a lot to choose from here for equipment. I just don't know where to start. It's quite a bit. Quite a bit of stuff. Let's see if I can find sander. Hand sander. So here's what we got. We got the Walt sander, a little 5-inch orbital sander, and we got some sand pads to go with it. 80 grit, 150, and a 220. A couple of 220s. So let's see what else we can find. Back out from Home Depot, we picked up that sander and some sand pads as well. We're off to Menards to pick up the wood because I was a little lost on where to find stuff, but maybe we'll try again next time. Menards. So here's what we picked up. Picked up a toolbox. I have all my tools in my car at the same time. It doesn't actually lift up like this. Inside I picked up some wood glue and a small hand circular saw, 4.5 inches. Picked up some 2x6 2x6x6 pine, and then a piece of what was this? I forget already. I'm having a brain fart. Maple, 1x2x4 feet. We're gonna try to make something out of it. Let's go see what we can do. I also picked up some clamps, 2-foot clamps. That's all I really needed. Now we can see what we do. Okay, we are gonna head home and work on something. I have a Christmas party to go to tonight before, actually after the podcast, I should say. So we're gonna try to get this uploaded and something done quick. We'll see. And we're home. So let's get the stuff unloaded and see what we can do to build something. here's the deal. I spent a little bit more money and got these already sanded plain boards. Just because I don't have the tools right now for what we're going to do. I did pick up some more tools, so it was a little bit of a spendy trip. Gosh, I forgot something. Sander and the sandpaper and some gloves I bought. So it was a little more spendy trip. I did pick up the toolbox. All my tools will be going in here. I'm going to mount something on the side to mount my clamps here. I'm going to mount them like here on the side somewhere, just so that they have somewhere to sit. People are staring at me because I'm on an apartment. So yeah, let's get to putting this stuff away and building something. Here's gonna be our sander from DeWalt. It's normal, like $50-$60. A little expensive, but came with a bag, which I might use for sanding stuff specifically, just so I keep everything in here organized. I'll show you what I got for the toolbox. Put this up here. So it is just a Craftsman toolbox. Has a little bit of storage compartment up here. The nuts and bolts. That looks like it can come out as well. Okay. Yeah, there it goes. Do that. These this arm comes out for carrying it, obviously, or for rolling it, obviously. If I pop these both up, fight with them a little bit. That comes off completely off. Which I think I might change it for put some hinges on here somehow, so that it'll go all the way up, maybe down. That would be really nice. Have an extra storage. This can actually come up here. This pulls out all the way, and then that actually. I could have swore I saw you in the picture. You did that. Maybe it was a different one I saw that did that. I'm thinking things. Nope. I'm absolutely thinking of something else. Oh well. But this little handy case in here, little top mount, top shelf. Put this aside for now. The glue I also purchased. And then it also comes with a small Craftsman toolbox in here as well. So just something for other small tools, another little drawer, so on and so forth. Pretty simple. I'm going to probably keep all my tools in here. They're going to go in my car so that whenever I go somewhere, I can work on something, specifically my work. Since they have a workshop there and I don't. This is my apartment. I'm outside my patio right now. And so, you can see, if you can see my breath, it's a little cold outside. Let's open up. Looking for my knife. Let's open up this Works saw. It was on sale. I did look on Amazon, so I was like, see the reviews. It was pretty good, like 4 to 5 stars for a couple thousand reviews. So it's not going to be completely garbage, I believe, but who knows if it's enthusiasts or casual people like me who just want something to use that's cheap and they don't want to purchase a full saw. It was only $40, surprisingly enough. Let's see. Actually, it's pretty big. Oh, does it not come with a saw blade? Oh, I'm going to be annoyed if it doesn't come with a saw blade. Roll. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm not there yet. Yeah, it says it should have came with a saw blade. Oh, there it is. I had a little heart attack for a second there. I didn't think it came with a blade. Comes with a slide edge, like cutting some small straight edges, and the blade. So let's figure out how to mount this bad boy, and then get it working right away. Manual. Get that stuff like that. Give me the pictures. Okay. That's where that goes. Okay, so screw on the side. So also keep So this is where this guy goes, right here. After I unmount it, and that way I can get somewhat of a straight edge cut as best as possible, I assume. But also, you can go different degrees too. Wow, I'm actually kind of impressed by the thing because I didn't think it'd be that heavy duty. Got some weight to it too. I actually like that. But that'll be my little test off for my small knickknacks I want to build. You guys are probably curious and asking what are we going to be building. I'll tell you here shortly. So let me get this together and I will be right back. Now that I got everything put together, I put everything in the toolbox to see how heavy it was. Actually, it's not too bad. I have the tools up here on top, just because I don't have a mounting space for them. But not too bad. Put this in my car, walk around with it for a little bit. It ain't too shabby. So I think what we're going to do now is draw something up for what we're going to be making. I suppose I can give it away now. This is going to be a Christmas present for a friend of mine. If he's watching, I'm sorry. Hopefully it turns out okay. We haven't started yet, and I just have the idea in my head. We're working on here. I'm going to be building a cutting board out of this solid oak and this little bit of maple I have here. I'm using the saw mainly for is to cut the oak down into small sections. Glue this, the maple here, some accent pieces. They're both hardwoods. I have some mineral oil type stuff for cutting boards or chopping blocks. I've got stuff coming from Amazon. That should be coming here soon, probably Monday. And that's what we're going to layer on the top of the board. I'll give a little bit to the person I'm giving the gift to as well, so that you're supposed to treat it every 6 months or so. They don't have to if they want to, but just an idea. So let's get something drawn up here, and then we'll start cutting up. So this is why you make a list, kids, when you go shopping, because otherwise you forget stuff. Like I forgot a speed square, which is what makes sure pretty much just looks like this, a little triangle piece that you can make sure your lines are straight. Now I have to do and just measure twice to make sure that I have to hit both sides twice, and it still doesn't look right. It could be the grain messing with me, but we're gonna try and get this cut here. I also have to mark everything with a pen because I don't have a pencil sharpener. Can't find one at least. So let's see. Make sure all my points are the same, and then the max cutting depth doesn't like 2. Hopefully we hit 2 inches. It says it can hit 2 inches. And this is exactly 2 inches. So, let's see what we can do here. But first, So here's what I'm actually going to do instead, because I realized I messed up somewhere. We're going to do this. We're going to end up ripping this guy in half, and then just adding it in here. There's two of them in here. So this is the whole width. Pretty much exactly what it's going to look like. So let's get this ripped in half quickly. That took longer than I expected. Since it's being oak and I don't have the right tools, it's fighting me like really hard, and it actually messed up and followed the grain on it. It was going okay till the very end. I don't know if we'll be able to do this anymore now. It's a lot of wood to put away. We'll see what we can do. You know what? Well, we got that figured out. So I'm just going to do a little bit of sanding to round off all the edges. I don't have anything glued up together, so I'm going to just sand it off so it's square, glue it, and then get in some clamps, and then hold it off for 24 hours. So it's probably the end of it before the podcast. Because I'm doing this on Saturday, the day of the podcast, everything in the morning. But I might continue what I'm doing here, make two of them. So I have another one as a gift for whoever I want to. So thank you for watching. We'll probably continue next week, hopefully. And we are back. I have to get going to a Christmas party. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. That was a quick video of what I did today for that cutting board. We actually made two of them. I made one, I think it's about 18 inches wide, roughly. And the other one's probably about 12 inches wide. So we're going to give those away as Christmas gifts and see how they look. I got to do a lot of sanding, and then I got to cover them in mineral oil, and then they should be good for cutting boards. Plan on doing some more of that in the future, some more videos like that. It's a lot of fun. I thought it was a lot of fun. It didn't take me too long to edit it, about an hour to edit that whole thing. But it took me from 9 o'clock in the morning till about 1 o'clock to buy and build all that stuff. So probably end it off here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. As always, it's been the Hot Dish Podcast. We're live every single Saturday. Make sure you follow and subscribe. We're on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, something like that. I don't remember. But we're on everything, so make sure you check that out. Peace.